So we finally made it. As a yearly tradition, I've joined the Inktober challenge for 5 straight years now. But this year I have decided to upload time lapses here on YouTube instead of just uploading it on my Instagram account. So today I'm gonna be doing a quick flip through of my Inktober entries this year, and at the end of the video I'll be giving a shout out to the most active commenters while I was doing this whole challenge. Before I start with the sketchbook tour, I just want to share with you the materials that I used for the whole month of doing the Inktober challenge. I used this Pigma and Jelly Roll white manga basic set, but most of my drawings were done using this Pigma FB brush pen. And then for the sketchbook, I used an old moleskin that was given to me by a friend. Some of my previous Inktober entries are still in here. I just decided to try to fill out the remaining pages of the sketchbook. And then I also used this ordinary Stabilo pencil for the rough sketch. So let's start with the flip through. The prompt for day 1 was poisonous, so I decided to draw Little Red Riding Hood with an apple on her hand. She found this on the ground that fell from an old lady's basket, so this is an implied poisonous apple. For day 2, I drew a mermaid meditating, so in a tranquil state, so to speak. And then for day 3, the prompt was roasted, so I drew an ogre trying to roast a marshmallow because he was curious on what a marshmallow would taste like. Day 4, spell. I drew a witch having a hard time spelling her own spell. For day 5, the prompt was chicken, so I decided to draw an elf riding a chicken. Day 6, this is supposed to be the giant from Jack and the Beanstalk story, and he's sleeping and drooling. For day 7, exhausted, I drew an elf exhausted and sleeping under a mushroom. For day 8, star, this is a fairy, and she found herself on a crash site of a falling star. Day 9, precious. This is Jack trying to steal the precious harp from the giant. Day 10, flowing. The prompt for that was flowing, so I decided to draw Rapunzel with her flowing locks. And then day 11, the prompt for that was cruel, so I drew Cinderella's stepmom because we all know that she's cruel. So yeah. And day 12, for this one, I'm slightly cheated. The prompt was supposed to be whale, and I wasn't filling the prompt, so I did not drew an actual whale, but instead I used the backstory of Pinocchio, because we all know that Geppetto was swallowed by a whale or a big fish, so I guess this isn't cheating. I still did the prompt. And then for day 13, guarded, I drew a flower fairy guarding a seedling that's growing. For day 14, I cheated again. I didn't actually draw an actual clock on the entry, but the caption that I used for this was an elf and a snail clocked in their first win for the annual snail fest, something like that. And then for day 15, I drew an injured troll belting her lungs out with an SWV classic song, which is Weak. And then day 16 is Angular. With this one I experimented with the prompt, and then this is supposed to be Cinderella trying some avant-garde gown designs for the ball. And then day 17 was Swollen, so I used the Three Little Pig story, and the real reason why the wolf was defeated was because the third pig, or the last brother I mean, was swollen because his motto in life is gym is life. And then for day 18, the prompt that day was bottles, so I decided to draw a mermaid carrying a message in a bottle that she was about to send to the outside world. For day 19, the prompt that day was Scorched. I decided to draw a baby dragon playing with a lighted candle. And then day 20 was breakable. So I drew an elf moving out and carrying his fragile and breakable china. For day 21, Drain, I drew a fairy. He found a phone with battery drained phone. For day 22, Expensive, just a fairy trying to watch unboxing videos of things that she cannot afford. Day 23 was Muddy, so I decided to draw a mermaid having fun playing with mud. Day 24 was Chop. I decided to draw Jack again, but this time he's trying to pose before some chopping action and before chopping the beanstalk. And then day 25 was Prickly, so I decided to draw a mandrake with the prickly attitude and a prickly head. Day 26 was Stretch, so I drew an elf holding a slingshot, but he doesn't have any idea on how to use a slingshot. Day 27 was Thunder. I was aiming for a witch, testing her new weather potions. Day 28 was Gift, so I drew an elf looking forward for Christmas to be over. And then for day 29, the prompt was Double, so I decided to draw identical twins. For day 30, I drew the prompt was Jolt, and the first thing that came to my mind was coffee, because they say that it would give you a certain jolt when you drink a coffee. It's something that I cannot relate because I don't drink coffee, but this is what I was aiming for that day. Mermaid having fun taking a dip on a cup of coffee. And then the last entry I did was the prompt for that day was Slice, so I decided to draw an elf crying because the last slice of pizza fell to the ground. So I hope you like my entries, and as I promised, I'll be giving a shout out to the top 3 commenters who supported me almost daily. I've added their YouTube channels on the description below, so hope you'd be able to support Community Tours Australia, Violet Connie Art, and my Pinoy brother Josh Green Adventures as well. Again, feel free to follow me on my Instagram account. It's at Tlanierski for more art updates. Thanks and see you next episode.